when it comes to another application for the Alacritas that I like a lot, it's actually air guns. So this is a very traditional stock, but it doesn't have a significant amount of material removed from here. It's kind of a traditional wood stock. It's nice. I think it's beech wood. Looks good. And this is an HW97, by the way, a very, very high quality air gun. If you're not into air guns, that's fine. But just so you know, this is another application and use case you might want to consider. With air guns, they're extremely hold sensitive, and getting a nice precise zero matters a lot, as well as getting the right distances. That's why I use this Maven RF1. And getting your data ahead of time with the same grain weight and the same conditions that you think you're going to shoot in, at least for your ballistic solvers and that sort of thing. You're going to need that information. And just resting it off your hand and doing an artillery hold, I'm sorry, it's just not good enough. And when you have a really nice high quality system like this, they're not as hold sensitive as some other cheaper models. This has a better, usually tuned system depending on who it is. And you put a good piece of glass on top, and these are actually effective really, really far. I've taken pop cans repeatedly at 200 yards with these, but this is going to do exactly what I need to help me reduce some of the variability. The bag rider does fit really well with this traditional wood stock, and if I need a little elevation, all I have to do is actually slide this back or move it forward, or of course use the mariner's wheel, which is the best idea. Just go back and forth on that wheel, but you have a lot of options with a stock like this, and since it doesn't recoil the way a traditional rifle recoils, I actually find it stays put pretty much during the whole firing process, and I don't have to touch it very much. I don't have to bring a lot of influence to the rifle, which means I can almost shoot this with zero influence from me and just laser that target. And I'm getting about 1/4 inch groups, 5-shot groups at 25 yards, which is acceptable. And on a windy day, that's harder to do with most springers. At 50 yards, I think I'd be doing close to that, probably 1/2 inch, something like that. On a windless day, even tighter. Use my mariner's wheel here to bring it up. And this thing is going to be a gopher assassin this year. I'm absolutely confident with this rest. And that's pretty tight shooting. So that's a nice application. If you haven't thought of it, definitely consider the Alacritas innovations for a rear rest in this scenario. Your springers can be shot off bigs. It is possible. It depends how hold sensitive they are, but this system doesn't seem to negatively influence the rifle. And when it comes to springers, the front rest is also important. So I also have a bag rider on the front rest. Thank you to Vanguard for sending that one out, but this is what I would prefer for a rear rest any day. Unfortunately, my camera apparently wasn't recording during the first half of shooting, which is unfortunate because that ammo is expensive, and I really wish it did. But I was using the Alacritas Innovations micro adjustable rest, and it did great. It really did great. Now I tested this. I did a 5-round group with my bag, which is what I traditionally use in PRS, NRL 22, that sort of thing. Just hobby shooting. I use the bag a lot. But I used this today, and you know what? My results were definitely definitive. They shoot, or the rifles behave themselves better on this now that I've gotten used to it. It took some time to get used to it, It definitely needs something that isn't like a traditional wood stock or a modular kind of stock, like an AR stock that has a slant. Those don't seem to work quite as well on there. You need something that has a little bit of a bag rider or a more traditional wood stock that isn't cut out really severely. Some of these new modern hunter stocks are pretty minimalist, and so those ones don't give you a lot to work with. You need a bag rider for that. But anyways, this one works really well on the RPR Magnum, and I shot really decent groups because of the rest. I think I flinched a little more, I moved a little more, something like that with the bag. I'm guessing the variability there was probably just muscle fatigue. I've been shooting all day. I probably was loosening up on the bag. The recoil wasn't the same. So this took the variability out of it. I did shoot a lot tighter, and I'm a big fan of what I see. So if you guys are curious, maybe go ahead and watch my video on that. That's the Alacritas Innovations Micro Adjust. They do have another one that's like a polymer maybe, or plastic. I can't remember exactly what the parts are. It's lighter weight, but these condense down, or they fold down really, really small, and they're easy to pack around. So this is not hard to get into the bag when I go to the range, and I'm a big fan of it. Thank you to Alacritas again for sending this out. Sorry I didn't have more footage for you guys today. Like I said, apparently the camera wasn't rolling when I thought it was, but I do like this a lot. I've already got a whole set of videos and a review on this product already. I just wanted to let you know that it's also Magnum qualified, and I really liked it.